Hi. Hello. I have read quite a few books this year and we're halfway through the year. We're 7 months in, just over halfway through the year. And I wanted to go through some of my favourites. Get some inspiration if you like, hate on them if you like, do what you please. I started off this year reading a controversial author / series. I started reading, Throne of Glass. I really liked them. They were great. World building, great. Characters, well-rounded, really unlikable at times. Great, really great character development across the whole series. Just a good time. I shed a tear a few times across this whole series. Really. I just realised I'm talking about the series and I never said what it's about. The Throne of Glass series is about Celaena Sardothien. She's a teenage assassin, badass, in a corrupt kingdom with a tyrannical ruler who is called the King of Adarlan. Celaena is sent to Endovier, which is a slave camp in this world, and she gets released from that camp by Crown Prince Dorian Havillard and who's the King of Adarlan's son, to compete with other assassins and thieves for the chance to serve as the king's champion, and that would eventually gain her freedom. And back to the video. I enjoyed it. Really strong series. I think it's massively underrated, to be honest. My favourite was the 5th in the series, which was this one. They just get stronger as they go on. The first two, she kind of bounces from the first two were YA when she wrote them, and then it kind of moves into just general fantasy. But you can really tell the progression of when she's writing them. I think she was pretty young when she started writing them. I loved it. I thought the series was great. There is a cliffhanger on the 5th book. There's 7 books altogether. There's a cliffhanger on the 5th book. I don't know, if someone was reading this as it was being published and then they had to wait 2 years for the next one, heartbreak. I loved it. Sue me. Also, I'm a Chaol hater for life. I can't do it. I got to his book. He's a whole book by himself. He's the only character, bar Celaena, the main character, who gets their own book. I know it was integral to the plot. I read a summary. I didn't read it. And I don't think I ever will. Even when I go for a reread. Maybe I will. I don't think I will. Great series. Really do recommend. A fantastic series if you're looking to get into fantasy. It's not highly convoluted, but still really solid plot, world building, development. Really recommend. The next book that I read was The Message by Ta-Nehisi Coates. This wasn't what I expected. In a good way. Yeah, The Message explores the urgent question of how stories are reporting imaginative narratives and myth-making, both expose and distort our realities. Travelling through 3 resonant sites of conflict, he illuminates how the stories we tell, as well as the ones we don't, work to shape us. It was fantastic. He really wove the personal, professional, political threads together really well. He starts off talking about how writing is so important in his life, how he came to be that way, what he loves about it. I don't think you necessarily need to be a fan of non-fiction. I know sometimes that can be an intimidating genre for some people. I think because he weaves the emotional and intellectual so well, it's so accessible. Usually sometimes when people are talking about something that can slant a bit more historical or political, it can be a bit dry. It can be very hard to access or to take in. Not this one. It's incredible. Would recommend. The next book is The Art Thief by Michael Finkel. It is about a man called Stefan Breitfeiser, who was, spoiler alert, an art thief. He was in his late 20s. He still lived at home and he just developed this penchant for thieving. He was obsessed with art history. And every time he went in, he would just covet these items and he started taking them. Wow. And he would go into these places that was like a castle, an ancient castle. There'd be barely anybody there. There'd be security, but they wouldn't be right where he was. He started to get really good at timing when people were where. He would just throw things in his jacket and walk out. He and his partner started it. So he got his partner, she would be the lookout. Insane story. The stuff that they were stealing, massive. I still kind of fully comprehend how they did some of them. It was just the 2 of them. And then they would just go off in their little car after and just drive away like nothing happened. And it went up to in the millions. Wild. Really, really good story. Really good narrative. Keeps you engaged the whole time. Insane. Wild and Wrangled by Lila Sage. I started reading Lila Sage last year. I think she's been running for the last couple of years. This is her first series. It's so good. It's set on a ranch, Rebel Blue Ranch. And this is the last book in the series. It's about Cam and Dusty. It rediscovered lost love, and it's very much full of yearning, if you're into that sort of thing. It's really, really good. Also, incredible covers. So nice. You'd get that as a poster. Also, hang on, let me see. Rest of the series just there. Great covers. And great book and great writing. Love it. My sound cut out while I was absolutely waxing lyrical about the next book, which is Lonesome Dove. Lonesome Dove is by Larry McMurtry. It's set in the Old West and centers around relationships between several retired Texas Rangers and their adventures driving a cattle herd from Texas to Montana. That's the plot. But the whole book hinges on how well written and well rounded the characters are, how complicated they are, so many different backgrounds and different characters, and it's written so incredibly well. It just keeps you hooked the whole way through. I went back and forth between listening to this on audiobook and the physical book. And back to the video. There's a character in it, Gus, who is a bit of a loudmouth, but you wouldn't mess with him. Bit of a loudmouth, and every time that character came on, the voice actor spoke like slightly comically louder, and it got me every time. I exhaled through my nose many times. It's an incredible story. It's so well written. It's such a American Western epic in every sense of the word. Even if you don't like Westerns, you're gonna love it. If you do like Westerns, you're gonna love it. It's incredible. It spans generations of people who really enjoy it, people of such different demographics. There's so many people I know now who read it and adored it. It's incredible. The Windy City series by Liz Tomford. The last book in that series came out this year. I read it, loved it, it was really good. It made me go back and reread one of my favourite books of all time, I'm going to say. Play along. Isaiah Rhodes, The Fictional Man You Are. I really didn't think anybody was going to knock Theo Silva of Elsie Silver Gold Rush Ranch series fame off the top spot for that, but oh my god. This is about Isaiah Rhodes. He is a baseball player. Kenny Kay is on the sports management coaching staff for the same team. They get very drunk in Vegas, get married, chaos ensues. It's so well written. The characters are well rounded. The story is predictable, but in the romance genre, it's not about the end goal, you know? You know what you're getting. There's a comfort in that. It's about the journey. And what a journey it was. I laughed. I cried. I adore this book. It's so good. Lastly, I read The Safe Keep. Oh my god. I finished this last week. Stunning. This book is stunning. I think I'm still in awe of it. I'm still in it because I only finished it last week and was so blown away by it. It's incredible. It's incredible. It's so beautifully written. It's set like 10 years after World War II. It follows Isabel, and she lives in this big house by herself. Her mom has died. She's very closed off from the world, emotionally, physically, everything. And her brother, his new girlfriend, stays with her for a time. And the story that unfolds is so beautiful. So beautifully written. It's very much character driven as opposed to plot. I'm a plot driven girl. That's generally where I get my kicks. But this was incredibly written. It was so beautiful. There was yearning and intimacy. Stunning writing. Could not recommend it enough. It's incredible. How it didn't win the Booker, I don't know. I don't have my physical copy because I lent it to my sister. I want to say the day that I finished or the day after. Thrust into her hands. She's gonna read it now. It's stunning. Stunning! Okay, those are my top reads so far this year. I cannot wait to read more incredible books. I'm excited. Okay, bye!